Hello everybody and welcome to the second review, the second CSGO custom map feedback video. Today we're taking a look at the Tomb. The Tomb was built by Snusmumriken and was requested by Snorlax. Snorlax is the creator of last week's map, the park. Coming to the description of the map, the description is following. Reports have come in about a terrorist organization pillaging an ancient archaeological site to collect invaluable artifacts that they are planning to sell at the black market in order to fund their nefarious activities. Counter-terrorists have been dispatched. The terrorists have intercepted intel about the unwelcome visit from the law. Now their plans are changing from just pillaging to completely demolishing the site. Time is running out to stop them. This map has really nice aesthetics, especially the displacement ground outside, I think, is very well done. The most beautiful places, in my opinion, are CT spawn itself, then the B bomb spot. I really like the broken tiger thing, and also the outside area on B is really nice. The entrance into B as well, with these broken stones, is pretty neat. I also think that the the underground area is really well done. It just looks insanely good. The lighting here is pretty nice. Also, I think that the outside area in A is really neat, really well done. The displacement work, when you look at the ground, just looks really cool, how everything kind of sinks into the sand. And also the water and the stones are adding to the scenery. Mid is also pretty nice. The pillar adds a lot, I think, and the work with foliage here is also really cool. Last but not least is this connector right here. It's just really beautiful. Visual wise, I think that the best thing to do now is, or the biggest flaw is, the environment light, because it just gives very indirect light. As you can see, there are only like partial parts of the map even hit by direct lighting. I don't know if you wanted it to be like this, but this makes the map pretty dark itself, so it isn't as bright and beautiful as it could be. The angle of the environment light is bad, because it only hits minimal parts of the map. It would be nicer if you have more area lit out. Then coming to the underground section, the light, it's pretty well done. I like how it's kind of bluish, but we don't really know where it comes from. We only have this one prop in the back that could emit light, so maybe add some more props there. Maybe some glowing crystals or something. I'd also like to talk about clipping a bit, because there is some well done clipping around here, but I think there's still a lot of things that could be adjusted. For example, on the ground, as you can see, there are like small bumps when you walk over it, pretty much everywhere. You can disable collisions on a lot of these props, and also on these blocks right here, because as you can see, it isn't really much, but the gameplay doesn't feel as smooth as it could be. Also these golden railings on A, or this wooden block in front of A, it just gives you a lot of really small bumps when walking over it. Then there are two unclipped stairs, this one right here, and one in mid in the window. This one right here. These would have to be clipped. And this staircase right here. Also the clipping isn't perfect, so you have a lot of small bumps when walking up. You could just use the vertex tool to draw those corners to the corners of your actual stair, and it would just feel a lot smoother, to be honest. On the underground area also there's some ground clipping that would need to be adjusted. This one right here gives you pretty big bump when walking over it, and this one right here too. When it comes to clipping on the walls, you have some parts sticking out where you could get stuck on when walking by. This underground wall right here, you could adjust the slope like you did in other areas in the map. So you just like run past and not get stuck. Then there's one more right here, in front of T-spawn. As you can see here, you added the slope so you won't get stuck when running by, which is completely fine. It just adds to a bit smoother gameplay. You also have the slope right here, which could be fixed. This object here in the mid also could distract when peeking, you get stuck on it. As you can see here, you already added the slopes, so you won't get stuck on these walls, which again is better than the ones I've shown you so far. Here again, just a lot of small details. When it comes to the clipping of the objects, there are two things. One, that there are a lot of bomb stock spots, and second, that you actually forgot to clip some parts. So right here, as you can see, I can boost on this edge of the box. There are some spots where you can do this. On A you have this boost onto this metal sheet. I don't know if you want this to be possible, but it's if it is a very nice spot. If not, this could be a bit too OP in my opinion. Also, there's one more on A, and this is this one right here. There's something from the prop sticking out, so you can jump on it. Also on yellow on A, you have this corner of the box that is sticking out of the clip, so you can jump on it. It's not that much of a problem, to be honest. It just feels a bit weird that you would jump on this but couldn't get all the way on top of the boxes. Another object that is a bit poorly clipped, or there where something's missing, the wall outside of B. You could just fall into it, which is a bit weird, to be honest. There are also two minor problems I came across. One is that you still have your entities, your tar entities in the map when compiling, so I would just give them a vis group and uncheck it when compiling, because it will create these errors in the console, which are a bit disturbing. It ain't much, but just a small quick fix. The other one would be that right here in the window you have this texture not quite connecting, so there's a gap and you can see the water through. Another thing would be the spawns, where I would have a suggestion for the T-spawn. Like in CT you have this truck, the T's, like it's pretty obvious that they came out of the store, but you could make it like it was broke open or something, just to add a bit more detail to the map. As you noticed, I haven't said anything about the layout. From taking a first look at it, it looks pretty decent. I would suggest going for the Mapcore playtesting service or the Top at Waffle playtesting service, if you haven't already. The last thing I want to talk about is bomb stack spots, because there are quite a few. This is also quite a minor problem, but something to look out for. I will just show you a bunch of clips where the bomb could be stuck. Normally I wouldn't suggest working on these until you're quite ready with everything else, in my opinion, because for me fixing bomb stack spots is the last step to finish the map, in my opinion. Obviously optimization is something, but because I think if you fix these, the map is pretty much finished. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you see this and you want your map to be reviewed, just send me an email. The email will be in the description. If you enjoyed, drop a like, give me some feedback on these videos, what could I do better and stuff like this. And if everything goes well, see you next Sunday. Good luck and have fun mapping.